Okay, let's begin. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं भवानी शंकरौ वन्दे श्रद्धा विश्वासरूपिणौ याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति स्वान्तस्थमीश्वरम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय पतये नमः। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकालाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। अखंडमंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जंगमं व्याप्तं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सर्वश्रुतिशिरोर्रत्न विराजितपदाम्बुजः वेदान्ताम्बुजसूर्यो यः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चैतन्यशाश्वतशान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ज्ञानशक्तिसमारूढः तत्त्वमाला विभूषितः भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदाता च तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्त कर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदानेन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। शोषणं भवसिन्धोश्च ज्ञापनं सारसम्पदः गुरोः पादोदकं सम्यक् तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः तत्त्वज्ञानात् परं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। मन्नाथ श्री जगन्नाथः मद्गुरु श्री जगद्गुरुः मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा गुरवे नमः। गुरुरादिरनादिश्च गुरुः परमदैवतं गुरोः परतरं नास्ति तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव. Did we learn till the 26th shloka? Yes? Okay, we'll chant till the 26th shloka, and the 27th one you'll repeat after me. Together from page number 16, loudly and clearly along with me. Om Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Saptamodhyayah Jnana Vijnana Yogaha Chaturvidha Bhajante Mam Jana Sukritinorjuna Arto Jignasurartharthi Jnani Cha Bharatarshava Tesham Jnani Nitya Yuktaha Eka Bhaktir Visishyate Priyo He Jnaninotyartham Aham Sacha Mama Priyaha Sarvaye Vaite Jnani Tvatmaiva Me Matam Asthita Sahi Yuktatma Mamevānuttamāṃ gatim bahūnāṃ janmanāmante jñānavān māṃ prapadyate vāsudeva sarvamiti samahātmā sudurlabhah kāmaistaistairhritagñānāः prapadyanteņyadevatāः tam tam niyamamāsthāya prakrtya niyatā svaya yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha shraddhayārchitumicchati tasya tasya chalam shraddham tāmeva vidadhamyaham sataya shraddhaya yuktaha तस्याराधनमीहते लभते च ततः कामान् मयैव विहितान् हितान् वत्तु फलं तेषां तद्भवत्यल्पमेधसां देवान् देवयजो यान्ति मद्भक्ता यान्ति मामपि अव्यक्तं व्यक्तिमापन्नं मन्यन्ते माम् अबुद्धयः परं भावमजानन्तः ममाव्ययमनुत्तमं नाहं प्रकाश सर्वस्य योगमाया समावृतः मूढोऽयं नाभिजानाति लोको मामजमव्ययम् हंसमतीतानि वर्तमानानि चार्जुन भविष्याणि च भूतानि मां तु वेद न कश्चन. Repeat after me. इच्छा द्वेष समुत्थेन द्वन्द्व मोहेन भारत सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहम्
सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहम्
सर्गे यान्ति परन्तप
सर्गे यान्ति परन्तप
इच्छा द्वेष समुत्थेन
इच्छाद्वेषसमुत्थेन
द्वन्द्वमोहेन भारत
द्वन्द्वमोहेन भारत
सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहः सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहम् सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहम्
सर्वभूतानि सम्मोहम्
सर्गे यान्ति परन्तप
सर्गे यान्ति परन्तप.
In the 25th shloka, Bhagavan said, Naham prakasha sarvasya. I am not that easily seen, though I am obviously available. Meaning, the Lord is everywhere and yet we fail to see. Why so? So here in this shloka, he gives the most beautiful and easy reason to understand. He says, because we are warped up in our pairs of opposites. What are they? Ichha, dvesha, samutthena. Overpowered by ichha and dvesha, likes and dislikes. Though our essential nature is bharata. Bharata, bha meaning illumination, clarity, wisdom. Rata is to be reveling in. But instead of reveling in wisdom, clarity and the illumination, we are in our own darkness because of the shades of likes and dislikes. So the simple way to get out is to understand where we are caught up in the patterns of likes and dislikes and clear them out, thereby experiencing the happiness within. Otherwise, we are going in circles, life after life after life. There are some who say, Swamiji, the sadhanas are so difficult. Sadhana is very straightforward, very simple. It is our patterns of likes and dislikes that we are caught up in. That makes it difficult. Though we may think that we are straightforward, but we are as straightforward as a jalebi. So how do we get out of this? So he continues in the 28th shloka. We will see. Next time we meet, do you know that next 2 weeks we will not have Balavihar? But then, January 3rd, we are coming back again. Yes. Yes, right? Okay.
Hari Om. So today we have a special presentation. Normally, of course, all of you know we have a class on stage usually. Today, since it's the last class of the semester, we thought we'd do a little something special today. There's something that Swamiji said that was very inspiring. There's something we recite every single week. We do the opening prayers. We do the Gita chapter 16. One other thing, what else do we do on a weekly basis in assembly? We do Arati, and then we also do pledge, right? So the pledge, it's an amazing story. In a moment of inspiration, Puja Gurudev Swami Chimananda just recited just off the top of his head. And the one thing that Swamiji said that was so inspiring was that Swamiji hears at minimum 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 times a week, minimum every single week. But yet it does every single time. It never fails to cause the hairs on the back of his neck to stand up, and like just so inspiring, right? So I know on a weekly basis, we all tend to just say it mechanically, right? But in a very famous Chinmaya publication, he did it. It provides a very beautiful explanation of the pledge. So if I can bring my assistant to the stage, actually, I'm her assistant, I should say. We'll just quickly read through.
Just to let you know, they both are married. Really.
And then if you can open your folders to page 21, you can follow along with the pledge as we go through this.
Hariam.
Sit properly first. Crisscross, carrot sauce.
I'm surprised no one corrected Swamiji. What is it, crisscross? Okay. Okay, here we go.
We.
Not I. Strength is in unity and togetherness. Spirituality is in sharing all that we have. That is knowledge, goodness, talents, wealth, and happiness.
Stand.
Not sit or lie down. Standing symbolizes activity and determination. Overcoming lethargy, physical, emotional, and intellectual, is the very first step on the ladder of success.
As one family.
Not as a crowd or mass of people. A family is one cohesive unit where each member is willing to sacrifice for the other without any conflict of interest.
Bound to each other.
We are bound together by the mind and intellect. All minds are connected to one another and are also joined to the total mind of Ishvara.
With love and respect.
Love manifesting as friendship, truthfulness, and nonviolence. Respect alone has the ability to bind.
We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined.
Service makes a person humble, but we must be ready to serve as an army. That is, be alert, disciplined, courageous, and obedient.
Ever ready to fight against all low tendencies.
The scriptures list the 6 low tendencies as desire, anger, greed, delusion, pride, and jealousy. If we conquer desire, then all others fall into place. Since anger is the result of unfulfilled desires, and fulfillment of desires gives rise to greed, delusion, pride, and jealousy.
And false values.
Values are convictions of the mind and the intellect regarding the vision of the scriptures. False values are wrong convictions based on untruth. For example, only an intellectual understanding of the value of nonviolence will not convince us of its strength. Until we have practiced nonviolence through our own actions, we will not be convinced of its supremacy and greatness.
Within.
First, we should recognize the values within us and then assert it to gain a firm conviction for ourselves. The quality of our thoughts and emotions reveal the convictions within.
And without us.
We must then fight against low tendencies and false values in the world outside. Great minds are required to lead reform and change the negative tendencies of society. Lord Krishna says, the wise, staying integrated, have to lead the world in the right direction.
We live honestly.
There may be honesty in all levels of our thinking, actions, speech, and feelings. The scriptures say the path to truth is also the truth.
The noble life of sacrifice and service.
The world is a karma bhumi, realm of action, not bhoga bhumi, realm of ceaseless enjoyment. We are here to learn, and if we do not learn well, we will not we'll have to repeat the lessons in future life. Thus, we must learn constantly, sacrificing the lower for the higher, and serving them with kindness, humility, and compassion.
Producing more than what we consume.
By doing so, we live a more efficient and purposeful life, especially since we are ceaseless consumers, consuming not only through the mouth, but also through the senses and mind.
And giving more than what we take.
To live a noble life is very important to keep giving. Lord Krishna says, if we take without giving, then we are thieves, and such a life is lived in vain.
We seek.
After living a life of noble values, we take the next steps to seek the higher.
The Lord's grace.
It is by his grace alone that we gain knowledge, and through this knowledge alone he blesses us. Lord Krishna says, serve me, be devoted unto me, and I shall certainly bestow all that you require.
To keep us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom.
Keep here implies that we have already started our journey on the path of virtue, dharma, with courage, karma yoga, and wisdom, jnana yoga. Grace is required to keep us on the steady pursuit of what we began seeking.
May thy grace and blessings flow through us to the world around us.
Let us be instruments in the Lord's hands. May he work through us to effect a positive change that he wishes for the world. For this, let us empty ourselves of the arrogating ego and lower passions, since they prevent us from becoming his instrument. Empty thyself, and I shall fill thee, is the promise here.
We believe.
Belief is a strength that can change and transform. Belief is faith, and only when we have faith do we gain knowledge.
That the service of our country is a service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is the devotion to the Supreme Self.
If we cannot love our neighbor, then we do not love the Lord, since the Lord exists in everyone. True love for the Lord cannot be expressed in parts. Loving only a part of God cannot be loving God, for God is not one of the many. He is the many, omnipresent. It is only when we serve God in all of his manifestations with love that we gain self-knowledge. To those who love him fully, Lord Krishna says, I give them self-knowledge. The knowledge that helps one realize the one in the many, see many in the one.
We know our responsibilities.
A true seeker does not lose sight of his duties and responsibilities, even if he takes up multifaceted roles in the world. The seeker now has the ability to respond, not just react to the world around. Such a wise, non-reactive life is verily a responsible life. A pebble thrown in a lake causes ripples. The lake ripples and then goes back to its calm and peaceful state. A wise man is like the lake. He responds to all situation that comes his way, always abiding in the calmness of the self. A seeker practices this art of inner abidance.
Give us the ability and courage to fulfill them.
Merely knowing the duties and responsibilities is not the end. The seeker prays for the ability and courage to be alert and vigilant in the fulfillment of all of his duties, to ever be an instrument of the Lord and to fulfill his will. To be thus is the beginning of the journey that has no end and is certainly a lifetime commitment.
Om Tat Sat.
These three are the appellations of the supreme reality. Each of these words has deep significance as explained by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. The pledge concludes with this remembrance of the supreme reality, for to remember him always is to abide in him forever. So this pledge, something we recite every week, but as you can see is full and rich with meaning and powerful messages. In fact, in the Youth Empowerment Program, we spend a full week studying the pledge. So it's just a beautiful message. So I hope it brought the presentation we did today just brings new meaning to the pledge as you recite it every week. Hari Om.
Hari Om. That was wonderful, isn't it? Okay. So, we announced about the Chennai Relief Fund last time. And if anybody's interested in making a donation, you can write a check to CMDFW. And in the memo section, say Chennai Relief. Talked about the banquet. Swamiji mentioned it was really wonderful yesterday. Everything flowed so smoothly. The children's program was wonderful. There was a music performance given by our music teachers. That was just awesome. And of course, Swamiji's talk was very inspirational. And he talked about www.calm. So that was very nice. Everyone related to that. And when I was walking through the hall, people were telling me that they felt really peaceful yesterday. So that was a big achievement. And as you said, we raised 165,000. That was really good. And if anybody who did not or could not come yesterday and would like to donate for this, you get tax deductible donation. You can still send your check to CMDFW before December 31st, so that we can give you a receipt for that donation. Walkathon t-shirt contest is here again, and the deadline for the submission is January 31st. And for rules, you can go to the CMDFW website and see the rules. The theme for the design this year is obviously, being the centennial year, it's the centennial celebrations of Gurudev. So think on that pattern and come up with a design. The other thing is, we have been announcing this for several years that we have been supporting the Bhutanese refugees. And by the way, yesterday, two of those children, we awarded them scholarships so that they can continue their education. One was a boy, he's studying at UTD, electrical engineering, and there's a girl who is studying at Texas Women's University in Denton, and she's studying chemistry. So they can continue their studies. And again, thanks to our membership, some people made specific donation toward the scholarships, and we were able to give them yesterday in front of everybody. So again, going back to these Bhutanese, which the community we have been supporting for a long time, another need of theirs is healthcare. Because of their financial status, they have not been able to, go to doctors regularly and get their health check on a regular basis. So what we're trying to do is our members, Dr. Vemula and Dr. Deepika Minnal, Dr. Vimla Rao and Dr. Deepika Minnal, two of these doctors, they are arranging at the DFW Hindu Temple a clinic for the Bhutanese refugees, and they're looking for volunteers. And if you have medical backgrounds such as nurses, medical assistants, physical therapists, even doctors, and those who have worked in the medical offices, front desk, and would like to help, please sign up at the front desk so we can continue with this service that we have been providing for a while. That's it. So I wish you all a wonderful year end and safe travels, and we'll see you in the new year. Hari Om.
Please stand up for pledge and Aarti.
We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values within and without us. We live honestly, the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom. May thy grace and blessings flow through us to the world around us. We believe that the service of our country is a service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is a devotion to the Supreme Self. We know our responsibilities, give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. Om Tat Sat.
आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की। आरती सद्गुरु की चरणों में उनके शांति समाए। शरणागत की भ्रांति मिटाए। पाप ताप संताप हरण की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। वेद उपनिषद गीता को गाया। धर्म सनातन फिर से जगाया। शुद्ध नीति प्रीति शंकर की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। सिद्ध बारी के तपोभूमि में नित्य विराजे गुरु हमारे। भक्त हृदय आनंद स्रोत की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। आरती सद्गुरु की। आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की। दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की। आरती सद्गुरु की।
Om Namah Shivaya.
All right. So I have one more. So this week we heard Prachiti Didi sing a Krishna bhajan, right? So this time, instead of doing the Hari Om, traditional Hari Om, I'll say a Jai Jaikar. So I'll say Shri Krishna Kalyana Ki, and then you say, perfect. And then this time we're going to change the order. So I'll be subbing in for the kindergarten class. So I'll dismiss you last. Okay. So we'll start with the high school students, 8, 9, and 10. It's really easy this time. Just
Krish.
one word instead of two, right? Shri Krishna Kalyana Ki. I heard the teacher. All right, first grade.
As always.
Yeah. Let's get first grade kindergarten. Stay parked for just a minute. All right, 4 of you. Let's see how loud. Remember this, you won't get to do this for another 2 weeks. We're off the next 2 weeks. So I have to hear it 3 times as loud for this week, next week, and the week after. Read. Shri Krishna Kalyana Ki. Wow, that was awesome.
Good.
Now, 6th and 7th grade. Shri Krishna Kalyana Ki. Okay, not bad. 2nd grade. Shri Krishna Kalyana Ki. Yeah, awesome.
Don't run.
All right, now we're 5th grade, right? Yeah. You guys are ready? You guys are stretched out? Ready? Shri Krishna Kalyana Ki. Very good. Nice and short. 3rd grade, you stand up. Shri Krishna Kalyana Ki. Very good. Now 4th grade. I like last week the 3rd graders were hanging out here to see how good the 4th graders are. Shri Krishna Kalyana Ki. Awesome. Now, last but not least, kindergarten, you can stand up. Ready? Shri Krishna Kalyana Ki. That's
Good
you, right?
job. You can continue sitting in this. You can continue here. Or you can continue with him. बच्चों के साथ जाना हो तो हाँ, go with him. Can one of you help me close that door? Just making sure nobody can escape. Have we started the 5th chapter? Yes, good. We are in the 3rd shloka. We finished first one. So you're all having a good long vacation plans? Enjoy. Please open 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Earlier I used to have the habit of saying chapter 5th, chapter 6th. After coming to this country I had to change because I was told that chapter 12, meaning declaring bankruptcy. So 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 2nd shloka. A quick check. Does everybody have a book? Does anybody not have a book or a copy? You have a soft copy. Please bring your own copy. BYO BG. Bring your own Bhagavad Gita. Okay, repeat after me. Shri Bhagavanuvacha. दम लगा के. Shri Bhagavanuvacha. हाँ. See, do you want to listen to a boring lecture? No, right? It has to be inspiring. Similarly, for a teacher, all that I'm asking is chant loudly so that I feel inspired to speak to you. So, can you inspire me? Chant loudly, please. Sannyasah karma yogascha nishreyasakaravubhau tayostu karma sannyasat karma yogo visishyate. So, what was Arjuna's question? What was his confusion? Volume बढ़ाइए.
He wanted to leave everything and move. I don't know exactly.
No, you tell it in your own words.
But he wanted to leave everything, his desires and everything behind and take the self-path, self-realization of something. And the Lord was saying that person would be self.
So, fulfilling the responsibilities versus giving up the responsibilities. So, between this, poor Arjuna has been struggling to understand since the beginning of second chapter. But at least now he understands the concept, but still is caught up in the lack of clarity. So, Bhagavan starts, he says, Sannyasaha karma yogascha nishreyasakara ubhau. Both the path of renunciation and the path of action both lead to absolute good. Nishreyasakara. Absolute good. But Arjuna, at your status, and through Arjuna he is trying to address us all, in our present state of being, that which is more beneficial, that which is more profound to be performed is karma sannyasat karma yoga. Better than karma sannyasa is karma yoga. First, perform karma yoga, then you will be entitled, you will be qualified to perform karma sannyasa. First you start, then you can give up. It is like cycling. Anybody who does not know cycling here? Wow, good. Usually there are those one or two who raise their hands. And I feel sorry for them because they missed an important part of their childhood. To be a teacher. To have bandages all over the place while learning, trying to learn cycling. After, really pedaling hard, then you can stop. The momentum will continue, right? You just get onto it and say, I'll stop. It doesn't work that way. Unless you are in a gym. In those stationary lookalikes which have those resistance. But if you are a cycle on the road, then you have to first kickstart, create that momentum. Then you can let go. So similarly here, he says, first start and then you can do the karma sannyasa. What do you mean by karma sannyasa, O Lord? If that is the question, then Bhagavan says, let me explain what sannyasa actually means. Somebody wearing white coat, does it make them a doctor? Sometimes looking at the father wear white coat, the child also wears that white coat, puts a steth, and then comes to the parent and said, and then they check. Does it make him a doctor? No, you want them to be a doctor, that's a different thing. But does it make him a doctor at that point? No. By wearing a black coat, does anybody become a lawyer? Baba, kuch to bolo. Some movement. No, right? Similarly, wearing ochre or orange color clothes doesn't make one sannyasi. Sannyasa has got nothing to do with the outer layer of cloth that is worn. It is a mental status. It is the texture of the mind setup and its maturity. What is that maturity? He says in the third shloka, repeat after me in an inspiring way. Gneyas sanitya sannyasi yo nadveshti na kankshati nirdvandvo hi mahabaho sukham bandhat pramuchyate. Who is a sannyasi? He says, that who is sukhi, that who is beaming forth with immense happiness. It is not dependent on who they are or where they are or with whom they are. They are nitya sukhi. How did they reach there? Are they high on something? Yes, they are high on life. How did they get there? He says, Yo na dveshti na kankshati. Seems like this is the message of the day. Even in the 7th chapter, we started Ichha dvesha samuthena, likes and dislikes. Similarly, here the same concept being said, that who has transcended both likes and dislikes. Now here likes and dislikes does not mean a superficial likes and dislikes about, really it doesn't matter if you like coffee or tea. It doesn't matter whether you eat your idli with chutney or sambar. Oh, I like this, I don't like this. It doesn't matter. That is not the likes and dislikes which are talked about here. What kind of likes and dislikes are being mentioned? That layers of likes and dislikes which do not allow us to perform our responsibilities and duties. That layers of likes and dislikes which blind us from even recognizing those responsibilities and duties. Such likes and dislikes one has to transcend. Now, how deeply are we impacted with this likes and dislikes? We are predisposed to this conditioning of likes and dislikes. So much so that we try to make the first impression the most likable impression. Classic story. Boy meets a girl. कुछ कुछ होता है. First date. The first date, the boy and the girl, they don't go on flip-flops and torn jeans and ragged looking t-shirt, unironed, from head to toe, everything is perfectly groomed. कि देखते ही, the moment you're लट्टू हो जाए. Because that first impression has to create likable impression. You're meeting somebody for the first time, you're getting interviewed. You don't go in a shorts with a pullover and then go with the flip flops and say, "Hi, dude, how are you?" You go in your formals in a suit, right? Because you want to create that likable impression. Plus, in the environment that we are growing up, where we are constantly told, especially I find it difficult to communicate with our middle schoolers and high schoolers, wherein the constant enforcement that is being given is, don't do that which you don't like. Do only commit to that which you like. Which kid wants to commit to study? I have not raised children. You have. Do you have children who weird you out by saying that no games, I want to only study? Hard to find? Impossible. क्या बात कर रहे हो? Hard to find. Hard to find is if there is a possibility. It's an impossible statement. And they turn around applying it in every rampant way that they can. Because you just told me that I have to get involved and do that which I like. Studies, I hate it. It is not just children. Anybody in their own field of responsibility. I am yet to see somebody who wakes up in the morning and says, yes, I am eagerly waiting for my responsibility. It is like wake up in the morning, उठना है, I have to get up. And I'll tell you a secret. There are many parents. How early do your children leave for the school? So what time do you have to wake them up? Okay, you wake them up at 6. By 7:30, they have to be necked out. Right? I know of parents who wake up at 6, wake up their children, get them ready. At 7 o'clock when they leave, they have another nap. Am I making it up? Okay, thank goodness. There are some silent head shakes. If you don't want to shake your head, just move your eyelids twice. Because looking at responsibility, it always feels like, as far as I can push. Jaldi kya hai? What is... If I can avoid it, best. If I can delegate it, even better. If I can run away from it, I'll try. Nobody goes there enthusiastically jumping. Ha, aaj kya karna hai? No. And we give the wrong conditioning, wrong concept that do what you like and don't do that which you don't like. The field of responsibilities and duties are not to be seen through the lenses of likes and dislikes. Then we would not do justice to our responsibility. Oh, I like the child when it is all, well cleaned and ready. I don't like when they are in the diapers and the smelly diapers and unclean. Tum karo. That is why when, it is a long story, I'll put it short. I found somebody, a mother, a parent, with a toddler. A poor mother had to leave with her toddler just now. Somebody younger than that. And from here, I get a glimpse, Vishwarupa, not just of inside, but also of the outside. There are a lot of reflections happening, and you can see. So in the corner of my eye, I saw a lady, putting down her baby and pulling out the bag and a diaper bag. So my antennas went. So the coordinator I called, I said, there's somebody doing something unholy in the temple. That's a temple. And you don't change diapers there. So she was changing diapers there. Then rightly pointed, where do we change? So immediately, the very next day, got them to order the changing station. And I said, we'll order one. And we'll put it in the ladies' bathroom. I said, what are you talking? What, men should not be doing it? Put in both. It is not because I like to do it or I don't like to do it. It's a responsibility. It's not, what? It's a part of life. It comes with a package. It's a package deal. You cannot pick and choose when I can love my child. I'll love my child only when if it is. It comes with a package. You love them while doing it, after doing it, before. You love them irrespective. So that is your responsibility. But the moment we see our responsibilities through these shades of likes and dislikes, all confusions and agitations begin. Have you ever sat across to have a dialogue with somebody, and then slowly but surely the dialogue has transformed into an argument, and the argument has become a hostile environment? Yes, no? Most of the time. I know which environment he is specifically talking about. Is she here? No? अगर होती तो अभी मैं नारायण नारायण कर देता. Do you know what is that? To play the role of Narad Muni. Instigate and leave. Whenever we have had unsettling arguments, was it based on principles, values, and virtues, or was it because of difference of opinions? Right? What are opinions based out of? Isn't it based out of our own likes and dislikes? So one particular sutra, formula that I have tried applying in every aspect of my life, which has protected me and kept my heart clean and happy. Do you want to know the secret? It's a very simple formula. In matters of opinion, flow freely like waters. In matters of principle, stand firm like a rock. In matters of opinion, flow freely like waters. In matters of principle, stand firm like a rock. We do exactly the same thing with a little difference. In matters of opinion, we stand firm like a rock. And in matters of principle, we flow freely. सब कुछ चलता है. And we come to a point saying, take it easy, man. Why are you so serious? That is in matters of principle. In matters of opinion, mine is a better opinion than yours. Yes. How to distinguish between an opinion and a principle. Like if we take a very physical, scientific example, the principle of electricity, right? Whether you believe it in or not, whether you think you have a better understanding or not, there are certain basic aspects of it. Deal with it carefully, it is a blessing. Deal with it callously, it becomes an abhishapa. It becomes a curse. If somebody very carelessly is tending to a live wire and you tell them, hey, it is going to give you a divine experience. Avoid messing up with it. So what do you do when they don't listen to? And if I were there, I would immediately go on to a standby mode. No, I'll not argue with them. I'll be on a standby mode. I'll inform. I'll be on a standby mode. The moment it hits them, try jump and protect. Having protected, not rub into their face. Did I not tell you so? अच्छा हुआ. ये तो होना ही था तेरे को. Without rubbing it into their face. It becomes a process of experiencing and learning. There are many wise ones who would learn it with looking at others' experience. There are many otherwise who would insist on gaining their own personal experience. In this matter of principle of electricity. Now, what do I call as a principle? That which does not change because you believe in or don't believe in. It impacts irrespective. That which does not change in time and space. That which has consistency to it. Such are the principles based on values. Opinions are based on likes and dislikes and conveniences. If this rule of thumb is applied, I think it should lead to a clarity. But there also there is a fight. My understanding of it is better than yours. So the likes and dislikes are not suddenly dropping in without that experience. Based on that experience, I have created the layers of likes and dislikes. That which I like, I brand it as good. That which I don't like, I brand it as bad. So the conditioning based on those experiences has gotten so deep rooted. Like for example, a gun. That's a big lobby happening these days, right? No, I'm not trying to be political here. A simple question. Guns, are they good or bad? They are both depending on who uses it. In time and place. None of you have understood my question. Thank you. Thank you very much. Guns are neither good nor bad. It is just vastu. My question was, guns, are they good or are they bad? Was my question. How the guns are used to make it good or bad? Was it my question? Then your answers are right. Because there I am asking the intention of the one using it. But poor innocent gun, as a vastu is neither good nor bad. The predisposition to that conditioning, that I understand the world around me based on those shades and create that dvandva, that polarity. And that was a very gross example. Knife, is it a good or a bad thing? Neither. If it is in the hands of a doctor in the form of a scalpel, I mean, if it is in the hands of a good doctor in the form of a scalpel, then it is a blessing. If it is in the hands of a mother in the form of a knife, it's a good tool to create delicious food. The same woman, the same knife when angry as a wife, I don't know. But the vastu as such, from its essential standpoint of being an object, it is neither good nor bad. Poison, is it good or is it bad? Isn't poison its antidote itself? It's neither good nor bad. It is vastu. Am I getting across? But we create these shades of likes and dislikes. As soon as I open my eyes and get into the world, everything that I come across has to be branded. Like, don't like, don't like, good, bad, good, bad. A person that you have met just 2 minutes, we have already created an impression, good person, bad person. We have already extended that impression towards the entire jati. These South Indians are like this only. These brown skin, these desis are like this only. And I tell you, that environment where my mind cannot create that polarity and brand the good and bad, we feel very awkward. We feel threatened. Because where is it that my mind finds easiness to function? Where I can easily brand good, bad, done. This is bad, I'll avoid. That is good, I will indulge. That which I have branded as good depends on time and space to change its definition. That which I have defined as bad changes its definition, time and space again. I give another example. Whenever we have these spiritual retreats, to serve the table where the swamis and acharyas are sitting is the most difficult job. Each one has a different pattern of diet. Not going into too many complications, simple difference. I like spicy food. It's a 0 to 10, I can handle 15. And that is the spice level I like. And there is one more Swamiji in Chicago. He's really very sattvic. He's unlike me. I'm on the heights of Rajasic nature. He is very sattvic. He cannot, even if there is a little bit of spice, he immediately transforms to pink, to red, to dark red. And you see that reaction immediately. If his food gets by mistake served to me, I can survive. I'll live by. If my food gets served to him, he'll immediately land on Mars. I like spicy food, he likes bland food. Is spiciness good or bad? Neither. So when we look out into the world projecting constant goodness and badness based on these opinions and based on the conveniences based on those opinions, and try to demarcate the world, we are getting caught up in a web of our own design, which is creating constraints in not allowing recognize our own responsibilities and duties, doing justice to them. Instead of trying to accommodate everything possible under the umbrella of responsibilities, I try tolerating them. And the moment I get into that realm of tolerance, there is a period when it will become intolerable. Again, the classic example of boy meets girl, get married. And it depends how many days, how many months, how many years. It is a, what do you call that period? Honeymoon period. And then, up until that honeymoon period, it was accommodating for each other for everything possible. After that comes toleration period. Usually that is around 12, 13, 14 years after marriage. It's the peak of tolerant period. At the 14th year starts. That's why they call it itch. The 14th year itch. What has it now? It has gone beyond the tolerable and it has become intolerable. And in the court of law, when the papers of divorce and things are filed, most of the cases it is irreconcilable differences of opinion. And where are these opinions born out of? Likes and dislikes. The field of responsibility is given so that we grow out of our likes and dislikes, not get trapped in them. Now there is a quick method. Are you all okay if I give you a homework? Now sure, not just for a mukhastuti here. I will breathe down your neck. Are you okay? नहीं, जितने पास में हो ना उतनी मुसीबत ज्यादा है. Like let me run. I'll come to that part later. The reward is not like, the reward is something higher and subtler. Now, I'll come to that part of subtlety of difference and why it will not become an entrapment. True, all that is fine, but not through the lenses of likes and dislikes. Now the homework that I have, including you, is get a journal, get a notebook. Do not do it on a digital media. It is not the same impact. Am I clear? Whether it is, some book, some journal. Write down all your likes and dislikes. If you want to be more specific, at different levels. At a physical level, likes and dislikes. That which enforces your various patterns of actions. That where your actions are born from, those likes and dislikes. At a physical level, at an emotional level, at a intellectual level. List them out. To give more easiness to understand from the abstract, bringing into an example. How many of you need something hot, like a tea or coffee early in the morning to jumpstart your day? Oh my goodness. How many of you get headaches and almost migraines if you don't have one? The rest of you are still lucky. You still have a choice. And sometimes when I hear people ordering, when I go to Starbucks or wherever, hot, non-fat, decaf, latte. यार क्या पी रहे हो? Hot water boiled and spoiled to be called as coffee? Hot, non-fat, decaf, caffeine removed. Now what is there? Brown liquid. But you need that. Sometimes when you go to the office early in the morning, it is still early in the morning, but you're already like the sunflower at the sunset time. क्या हुआ? Coffee नहीं पिया यार. I need my coffee in the morning. It has to kickstart the day at a physical level. If that coffee is not there in the morning, it sets you off in the wrong footing. एकदम चिड़ 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 चिड़, irritable, irritated, right?
In the perfect world, if you got 8 hours of sleep, maybe not.
I sleep 5 hours.
Whoever gets whatever time frame you need, then it's okay. But I think probably most of us get less sleep than from whatever.
No, usually for an adult, 5 hours is fine, is what I'm trying to say. So 3 hours extra you are sleeping. So at a physical level, say coffee. How many of you get irritated when the things are not in its right place? Whoa. Kitchen parbol, how did you? And you take that Bhadrakali avatar. And that doesn't stop there. That simmers around, moving to the next experience, to the next experience, to the next environment, and it's like a domino effect. Such boss gets irritated, goes, that irritation is rubbed off into the people working, and that irritated subordinate comes back home, throws his frustration out onto the kid. The kid gets irritated and abuses the dog, and the guests come and the dog bites the guest. I'm giving you just a hilarious sequence of events where one thing leads to the other, messing up everything through the day, just at a physical level. Because we are almost addicted to that pattern. At an emotional level, identify those likes and dislikes. At an intellectual level, your convictions, your ideas, your ideologies, likes and dislikes. This is how you have to raise the child. Again, two different ideologies between the Shripati, Srimati. and add in sometimes the parents or in-laws, you know, तू बोल ना उसको, ऐसे नहीं किया करते. Add the fuel in there more. Again, ideologies, likes and dislikes. List them out. Flip the page. Next page. Born. When I'm asking you to write it, it may seem like an overburdening job. पता नहीं कितने होंगे. You will be surprised. There will be 15 to max 20 likes and dislikes. Pairs of opposites, 20 of them. List it out. Born of these lists of likes and dislikes, the patterns that evolve into your day-to-day life. Those patterns, recognize them. Write them down. At this point, when you recognize those patterns, you would go through a very disenchanting, almost depressing, disgusting feeling, because it is a naked truth about one's own self. That is not the time to stop or give up. I'm also telling you the pitfalls. That is not the time to stop or give up. That is the time to develop dhairya. What does dhairya mean? Dhairya, the true meaning is patience. Courage is the byproduct of that patience. So have patience. Dheeraj dharo. Have you ever hand washed clothes? All of you? Good. So what do? Take a bucket full of water, add detergent, and then soak the dirty laundry. After it has been soaked for a while, half an hour, 1 hour, when you revisit, how does that water in that bucket look? Do you stop washing your clothes? The very purpose of it is to remove that dirt. And when dirt comes out, should you feel happy or should you feel depressed? Thank you. I just proved my point. And with patience, look at these patterns that have evolved. And do not do this for your spouse or someone else. Statutory warning. This is to be applied on oneself by one's own self. These patterns, now arrange them in priority. How do I decide what is the priority? Of these patterns, that which has the easiness to trigger off a lot of agitations with ease is the highest priority. What is the least priority? That may trigger a little bit of irritation, maybe sometimes, not always. Least priority. List them out. Flip another page. Now that which is your highest priority, identify the triggers. What is the pattern of like and dislike? Where does it get triggered? How does it get triggered? How does it get blown out of proportion? Identify it. List each one of those patterns according to priority and identify all these aspects. Now, what you have achieved thus far is identified the root cause. Identifying the problem is 50% solution gained. Many of us, instead of identifying the grassroots level problem, we develop a knack. We develop a knack to play the victim and have the audacity in a very sly manner to blame everyone around for our own agitations. I am agitated because of you. I am distressed because of you. And sometimes they're very hurtful words. जब से तुमसे शादी किया ना, तब से मेरे भाग फूट गए. I am like this because I got married to you. Either spouse said to each other. This is not just he said, she said. Either way. And sometimes it is even more hurtful when I have heard the parents say it to their own children. तू पैदा हुआ ना, सर्वनाश हो गया. Have you heard such? I'm not asking if you have done it. Have you heard such? Not in the movies, in the day-to-day life. And we play that victim, wherein now this reveals that in the past, every such event that has occurred, 90 to 95%, the triggering part of my agitations was not the outside, was my own doing. This is a very strong realization. Now, what next step has to be taken is work on each one of these patterns, layers, in trying to rip them apart, shred them down, one layer at a time. Don't try to go all over the place trying to do everything. Go one layer at a time. Each one can have their own speed. I did this experiment when in 94. I did it for a year to identify. And I had identified about 36 patterns. How many years ago was it? 21. 21 years. And I'm still working on 2 more patterns. I'm not saying that I'm the standard here. That itne saal lagenge. I may be lousy at it. You may be very good at it and you may work at it at a faster pace. Let my standard not be your standard. Some may take immediate impact, some may take a little while, but do not give up. Persistently follow through in working out the solutions to identify those triggers and to uproot each one of them methodically. Once this is done, I can promise you 2 things. One, which is now answered to you. Having reached to this place, then I identify my responsibilities and fulfill them because it is my responsibility. And at that point, wherein I have worked on my internal and I have cut from the grassroots that which create that impact, disturbing impacts, my mind has truly become free. My mind has now gained that freedom wherein I can tap into my true potentiality. I can tap into my true resourcefulness. With that resourcefulness, when I fulfill my responsibilities, I do not require somebody else to come and pat my back for having done a good job. My own effort in fulfilling that responsibility so intensely in itself leaves an immense amount of trupti. Have you ever experienced that? That you did something with such, with no inhibitions, and you completely involved in it. You fulfilled it, and you step back, look at what you have done. It almost feels like, Arre wah. Have you ever felt that way? That you have done a real good job? That trupti in itself is the trigger for the inspiration to move forward. The reward that you are asking. That is inspiring. That keeps you continuing to the further modes, not the likes and dislikes. That trupti keeps you going. So that I can promise. Second, once you have identified these patterns and ironed out all the wrinkles through, there is no falling back. Because you have taken a conscious effort in annihilating these patterns, so far you have been falling. Once you have worked at them, there is no falling back, there is no slipping back, that it will restart. It's done and done once and for all. In Vishwamitraji's life, there are 3 times he is shown to be slipping off the path. Right? The first one was Menaka, and not the Gandhi, Menaka. The second one was Trishanku. Third one was और रामायण ने देखे आपने? The third one was Rambha. So first time Menaka comes, he slips. He recognizes it, that he is caught in that pattern. He rises above. The second time around, first time was Kama. The second time was the fame, to take Trishangu to Swarga. And he falls trapped to his own Lokasakti, fame. And then he realizes it and again works on it and moves forward. Now third time around, Rambha is sent. And this time, in trying to be careful, not fall back with the Kama, instead of intelligently dealing with it, consciously dealing with it, he deals it with anger and gets trapped in his own anger. But once he has worked through the first aspect, there is no falling back. The second aspect is that as you move through each layers of wrinkles, you may slip, you may fall, that is guaranteed. But whether you allow yourself to be shattered or pick yourself up, bounce back, that intensity, that capacity is instilled by this intelligent process. So instead of making some superficial resolutions for New Year, instead, if we can work on this aspect, we become resolved to be a better person, not because it is a new year, but it is my life and I have to transform myself to be a better person. I have decided to make a resolution for this new year that I'll change the resolution of my TV. 4K UHD. The other resolutions outside are trivial. But if this transformation happens from within, you have cut asunder all that which stops, all that which blocks, bandha, bondage. And once that mind is set free, 2 things happen. Let me quickly conclude this. 1, you are relieved. There is that sense of immense release. Second, as you go through life, there are simple things that are joyful things that happen, which we have been blinded not to experience. We start experiencing them with glow. Therefore, the same experiences that we have been going through, the experiences may not change, the environments may not change, but your attitude to face them, that completely gets transformed. So we get to a position wherein life does not become boring, it does not become mechanical, and it does not become burnt out. This much I can guarantee. Now it is up to you if you can do the homework. But as I asked you, and you promised that you would, karenge na? Please. When we come back, I'll ask about your homework and experiments. So have a great vacation. Stay warm. It's already warm. December this warm I have not seen in last 20 years, 15 years. So stay warm and wish you an amazing New Year. Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.